Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for another episode of the Caveman Sports Hype. You know what? You see that jersey on the wall right there? We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Brother, the NBA playoffs is it's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. Playoffs in any sport is when it's its peak, it's its best. This play-in, it's got to go, dude. They made this play-in so teams who have a bad year, like the Lakers and Warriors and all these other teams, can just slide into the playoffs while they're getting hot. And then all of a sudden, something happens in the play-in, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. I'm tired of us bowing down to these big market teams, bro. Like, just let basketball be basketball. The ratings suck, Adam Silver. If you did not know that, the ratings suck. They suck. They're horrible. Just let other teams play, bro. I'm telling you, that's the key to ratings. Whatever, your big markets are out of it. But guess what? Your overall likeness of the NBA would probably go up if we're not letting Luka Doncic be traded to the Lakers for fucking peanuts. Excuse my language, man. I hate that. Um, but it's frustrating. That trade would have been vetoed when David Stern was in there, man. AD is a walking injury. It pretty much the end of his career. At his height, he's not heavy, but at his height with that weight, he's just bound to get injured all the time. And then you get the star player like Luka for peanuts, man, for peanuts. But we're gonna go over it. Play-in game. Other ones, Magic took care of business. They handled them. Last night, Mavs beat the Kings, which I was really surprised by. The Kings seemed like they were on, but honestly, I think they folded for a lottery pick. I feel like they'll just go full rebuild ish again. I don't even know with them, man. And then we got who was the other one last night? That's bad. Oh, and the Heat. I was watching it. I turned it off. Heat were just destroying the Bulls. Play in Heat. That's what we're gonna call them now. They're in the play in every year, and then they just destroy and go on a run. So I feel bad for the Cavs. Or actually, no, they have to play the Hawks. I'm pretty sure they'll beat the Hawks. So I feel bad for the Cavs. The Cavs are probably gonna get upset 1-8 versus the Heat. That's just what they do. But we'll get to the big one. Warriors Grizzlies. Warriors fans, if you're listening, man, you're delusional. You are literally the most delusional fan base in the entire world. I went on to Twitter, X, whatever it is, and you guys were complaining about the refs. You had to deal with 2 minutes. They were making up for the entire game. That was the most one-sided officiating I've ever seen. Oh, Steph's getting bullied. Well, if you're not setting a legal screen after a legal screen, there's probably not going to be contact. But you get away with every illegal screen in the entire universe. It's the only reason Steph gets open all the time and that you guys won all these championships. I have never seen so many illegal screens set by one team in my life. The other night was a little better, but when you guys are in peak, Draymond isn't in foul trouble, that guy gets away with so many illegal screens. And then what's the weirdo's name? Post. He sets an illegal screen, full arm into a face, not even a review. Not even a review. He maybe gets ejected for that. At least a flagrant one. So possession, we already got possession, but more free throws and possession, and nothing happens. And then I don't know what you guys' luck is. You definitely sold your soul to the devil, brother, because man, the luck you guys have in the playoffs is unreal. Kawhi gets hurt 2 years in a row. 2022, Ja gets hurt. I mean, you can't even think of all the things. Ja gets hurt again the other night. He's playing very well, but he's kind of reducing his role because Bane is just going nuclear. But Ja's having a great. He's like at 15 points or 14 at that moment, but he's letting Bane do his thing. And then he gets hurt, but he comes back, thank God. But you could tell it wasn't the same. And you're complaining about the last 2 minutes. If anything, when Ja tried to foul Steph at the end of the game, the 2-minute report came out. When Ja tried to foul Steph, but he whiffed, Steph literally let go of the ball. They didn't call a foul. So if you're not going to call a foul, you either got to call the foul immediately or you got to call it's out on Steph. We get the ball. We're down 1. We only have to have a 2-pointer. Who's the most clutch player in the NBA right now when it comes to points scored within the last 20 seconds? It is Ja Morant. No doubt about it. So that's BS. And then the inbounds play to end the game, we're only down. What are we down? We're down 3. Gary Payton is bear hugging John Morant. So it's before inbound, so that's technical free throws, and then it's a foul, and you get free throws, and you get or no, I don't know how that would work, but let's just say it makes that game a whole lot more interesting. But you're never gonna call it the Warriors. Warriors, you're the most delusional fan base in the world. Draymond should be ejected from every game this guy plays. Because I promise you, how other players treat the refs, they get ejected. This guy goes delusional. He goes bananas every game. And he gets away with it every time. It's the most infuriating thing ever. I cannot wait for the downfall of that team. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Because without Steph Curry, Steve Kerr is nothing. He is literally nothing without Steph Curry. And right now he has playoff Jimmy, but he's old too. You have 2 old guys you went all in for. There's no way. There's no way you beat the Lakers because guess what? They get the whistle too. So yeah, you might beat the Rockets because you get a whistle because Amen Thompson, I promise you to God, he will give Curry hell like he did a couple weeks ago. And I generally think the Rockets are better. But the thing is, you're going to get the whistle the whole series like you did against us. So there you go. Fight a wall, dude. Whatever. You're the most delusional fan base on the entire planet. Well, Steph Curry doesn't calls. Probably because he literally refuses to touch the paint. And when he does, he jumps into people. And he still gets the call. 2 players shot more free throws than the number 1 paint scoring team in the NBA. 2 players shot more free throws than the number 1 paint scoring team in the NBA. Jimmy Butler lowered his shoulder into a defender all night and was getting a defensive foul called and getting and ones. Desmond Bane in clutch time goes in a little shoulder down and he gets called for the offensive foul constantly, even though the defender is meeting him instead of our defender standing up tall. The defenders are meeting him, and then Draymond puts his hand on his hip. Offensive foul. Man, get out of here, yo. Like, your fan base is so delusional, and that downfall is going to be the greatest thing ever. It'll make my day. I don't even care if the Grizzlies suck at that moment. NBA will be so much better. Especially if hopefully LeBron's gone by then. Hopefully Draymond's gone by then. Man, the NBA will be, it'll be elite again. That rating will go so far up. But Ja played through it like a warrior. We get him tonight. Or not tonight, sorry. Friday night, we'll get the Mavericks at home. Thank God it's at home. I'm hoping the form. Like, I know, man, the Grizzlies fan base is really, really good. They're really passionate. But, man, I don't like the way they're thinking right now. They're all like, let's just lose. Get a lottery pick. For what, dude? Kleiman will not move any lottery picks. He just drafts them. He wants to draft people. And he's not trading any of them, clearly. So why do we want another draft pick, dude? We need experience in the playoffs. I don't care if we get swept. And I really don't think we're going to get swept by the Thunder. I think we can pull out a game. Majority of the games we played them were pretty close. Yeah, some might have ended up ugly at the end, but that was like the last 4 minutes that the Thunder just took off. But man, like Bane is playing how Bane used to play. Like he's really been on and off all season until this past like 8 games, I would probably say. But he's back to 2022 Bane. Like he's got the freedom from this coach to not be just a ball handler and want him to drive constantly. Yo, he's a 3-point weapon, and then the other comes behind. So I mean, I'm grateful for him learning to be a ball handler. So when he gets a pump fake, he can go by and be better with it. But dude, he's a 3-point shooter, dog. He's a shooter. Like, come on, man. And I see it and I love it. And it's what it is. And then Ja, unfortunately, he was all the way back. He was like 30 points a game the past like 6 or 7 games. But he gets hurt. But he said he's gonna play. I don't know how good he's gonna be. They're gonna give my man as much lidocaine as possible in that ankle. They're gonna rock with it, dude. They're gonna rock with it. I'm really hoping they can get it done against the Mavs. I think we match up well against them. They just play really physical, so we just have to match up to it. And hopefully they don't get the whistle like the Warriors did, and I think we'll be fine. Bane's got to have another good game, of course. He doesn't have to go as nuclear as he did, but he's got to at least get 25 on a decent shooting night. Ja's got to put up something and at least have an effect on the game. Scottie Pippen's got to have a much better game. He got better towards the end of the game, but the first 3 quarters or 2.5, he was not very good at all. And he doesn't have Steph to run around and guard the whole night. So hopefully that'll let him be a little bit better. But in my opinion, I think the Grizzlies can get it done. The biggest key factor for the Grizzlies franchise, and it's awful to say, is Jaren Jackson. Brother, when I heard the other night that Zach Edey was on Zach Edey was on Jimmy Butler because we didn't want you to get in foul trouble, I almost threw up, man. I stayed awake till 1:30 to watch that. And I had to hear that after the game. Brother, you're supposed to be the defensive player of the year. You should want to guard that guy. You should want to stop him. But instead, we have this 7'4" guy on one of the best playoff basketball players of all time. Man, I don't know if we can keep rocking with you. I know they are, but I don't know if we can, man. You're playing, and then you have Jimmy Butler guarding you. You have him by like 4 or 5 inches, and I know the wingspan is even more. And you're wanting to just shoot threes all night? Granted, you made a good bit, and your stats might show a little bit, but dude, I'm just seeing you just be soft, and dude, you should be crashing boards. Like, you could become such a dominant player. Like, I wish Zebo would come in and just like Michigan State ties with him, and I wish he would just come in and show you the way, dude. You could become, I know you were an all-star this year, but you could come onto a different level of a game changer. If you would focus on getting stronger, and I can definitely tell your shoulders are huge, but you're stronger, but I know your paint game has become a lot better, but man, it looks like it's got to get even better because like in the postseason, it looks like the lights are a little too bright for you. You gotta help Edey, man. Like, you gotta become a rebounding machine. Like, we could put teams away by just grabbing so many offensive boards, and then that team would never grab any offensive rebounds either. Like, oh man, I don't know, man. I want to rock with you so hard. But man, I don't know. I feel like I just see too much of a softy out of you. I really do. Like, I don't, like, Jaw's a dog, Bane's a dog, Edey's even a dog. That guy's a freak. Jalen Wells is a dog, but man, I think you got a little pussycat in you, man. I don't think you got it in you, man. I don't know if you can go, I don't know if you can help us win and get to a Western Conference Finals, or more importantly, get to an NBA Finals. I'm not even saying win the NBA Finals. I don't know if we could get to a WNBA. It came out of me because it's so soft. But I love you, Jaron. But again, to the fan base, we gotta have the experience. Edey needs it. If it's 4 games, it's 4 games, man. You still get the atmosphere. You still get the pressure. Like, we need it, dude. We're still young. The team's young. Ja needs it. Jaren needs it. Bane needs it. Like, I know they've been in a couple series, but you need as many series under your belt as possible. Enough with this lottery pick nonsense, man. It's embarrassing. If you quit, man, once you're a quitter, you're always a quitter. Like, you might as well just quit and get rid of everybody and rebuild again. Like, at that point, you might as well. Like, it's infuriating to hear. I'm just hoping you guys show up to the Forum on Friday night. I wish I could oh man, I want to be there so bad. But you got to be there, and you got to have that grindhouse energy, man. There's nothing better than the grindhouse during the playoffs. I remember going all the time during the grit and grind era, and there's no better experience. No better experience. That place goes bananas. It is beautiful. So I'm hoping Friday night. I know it's a little later tip. It'll be 8:30, and I'm sure it's going to be later than that. It'll probably be closer to like 8:45. But we gotta bring the energy, man. The team needs us. Like, we need that playoff series. We need it. I know it's against OKC, but we really, like, a lot of those games were pretty close. Like, and then they just kind of opened up. Where now Bane's better. I'm hoping Ja will. I know it's definitely a higher grade ankle sprain, so he's going to be playing hurt if we make the playoffs pretty much throughout it. But man, we gotta make it. We gotta make it. We gotta get the experience for Edie. I wish Wells was getting it, but unfortunately he's hurt. Like, and then that'll really decipher who we need to get out of the roster, right? Vince Williams kind of proved to us the other night. The second he came in, the Warriors went on a massive run and he didn't touch the court again. I don't know what happened to him, man. I am perfectly okay with his offense not being there, but he used to be like a demon on the defensive side. Like he would guard Steph and lock him up with a smile on his face. And he's not even a good defender anymore. Like I know he might not be like perfectly healthy, but man, like I didn't see it at all this year. At all. Like so if you got to ship somebody, it's him because he's a little bit older and a guy I really want to make it and I don't know what happened to him within a year is G.G. Jackson. Like he just kind of fell off the face of the earth. And I'm hoping that guy can get his confidence back and become a huge role player for us. I would prefer him to be a starter over Jalen Wells, but I really like Jalen Wells as well. He's a dog. And towards the end of the season, the second Jenkins got fired, for some reason, Wells just had this infinite green light for a shooter, and he's not the best shooter on the team. He had a hotter green light than Desmond Bane did. Like he almost rushes shots. He was rushing shots because his green light was so like green. Like, and then the second Jenkins got fired, that green light dimmed down to almost a red light. But they're like, if you're open, take them. And when he was open, he was taking them, and it struggled for a couple games. But then he started dropping shots, and that's when we kind of went on that little short game win streak. And then he gets hurt off a dirty play, and it is what it is. Like it's over, and the guy was I can't even remember the guy's name. It was just a wannabe player out of Charlotte, of course. They're just cycling guys at this point. That's the worst organization I think I've ever seen in my life. But it is what it is. I'm hoping we can win Friday night. I really, really hope we can win Friday night and get a playoff series. And I'm hoping the grindhouse can get crazy. And then maybe, we pull some craziness like we did against, we would have heard the same thing back in the day. 1-8, we were playing the Spurs who were dominant. And they're in our division. They probably owned us all 4 times. I'm sure we didn't want to play them then. And look what happened. We upset them. We beat them in 6 games. So you gotta believe, man. You never know what's going to happen. Honestly, you never know what's going to happen. So thank you for listening to another episode of Caveman Sports. God bless you all. Find the light out there today, guys. Make a difference in the world. We appreciate everything you do for me, for us, for the world. Keep grinding. Don't give up. We love you.